Molde, Norwegian Cup winners last season, beat Silkeborg in the second qualifying round of Europa League. The first match, at home, was key for the Norwegians. Playing in a 1-3-5-2 formation and using a 1-5-3-2 shape while defending, Molde's team was more organized and tactically disciplined than the opposition. Despite the efforts to avoid space between lines, the Norwegians struggled against first touch plays and fast players, leaving space in the back and between lines. Here we can see Molde centre back trying to mark Silkeborg's forward to avoid the ball to be played between lines, outside the central zone. Once the ball enters in the center, between lines, all Molde's players around close down the space, limiting the passing options. In this play, we can observe how Molde baits Silkeborg to play through the middle and forces them to lose possession. Molde uses high press and a high block often. When it is a coordinated team effort, it is very effective to regain possession. As soon as possession is recovered, the Norwegian team has quality to explore the spaces given by the opposition. In this play, they scored after a good individual work from Koza. If Molde's team is stretched along the field, the opposition midfielders are man marked and pressed. This provoked difficulties for Silkeborg to build up plays, resulting in loss of ball possession. Although it is effective, Molde's high pressing is not flawless. They leave much space between lines and struggle to stop Silkeborg's quick attacks based on first touch plays and fast players. Fortunately for them, the opposition wasn't effective. Here is another example of an unsuccessful high pressing from the Norwegians. There is space between the pressing line and the defender's line, which allowed the opposition to build up a quick attack and take advantage of Molde's positioning. Molde's build up and attacking phase uses mixed passing to get past the opposition's defense. Most of the time they play around with short passing, but they use through and long passes when convenient. Mats Muller-Dali is the main playmaker and uses his passing quality and vision to find the best options. Molde's team stretches wide, giving plenty of space and passing lines. This positioning on the field made Silkeborg to spend more energy since they defended on the zone. The Norwegian team uses well movements off the ball to confuse the opposition marking and, consequently, to free their own players and create space to explore. When beginning the build up phase, Molde struggles against high pressing, which can result in mistakes. To surpass Silkeborg's high defense, Molde resorts to long passes over to the back of opposition's defense. By placing six players in the front line, the Norwegians gained numerical superiority for the long ball in a clearly rehearsed play. Throughout the match, we had several examples of Molde making use of long balls over the opposition's defense. The movements off the ball and the changing of positions of Molde's players were effective against the tactical rigidity of Silkeborg. Here we can see the movement off the ball of Estad repositioning himself in the forward line and creating a numerical superiority in the wing. Finally, we can confirm that, since the beginning of the match, the long balls were one of Molde's strategies to overcome the opposition's defense. We can see by the movement on the left that the Norwegians were waiting for a long pass. Also, the shifting of positions to confuse the opposition's marking in order to free their players was an effective strategy. Molde advanced to the third qualifying round of Europa League, where they will play Cercle Bruges.